Good morning, cool cats and kittens. Give me a second. I'll give you your fancy opening, and you're going to have to bear with the voice today. I thought I'd be getting better. I feel a little bit better, but we'll get there. Just bear with me. Let me get you some cool music, some cool That's right. No professional lessons either. Just natural gift. 1 sec, and we'll get to it. What's up, guys? All right, bear with me here. I got to deal with the cold, and it's not going away. So to figure that the hell out. This news that Oracle and that they will not fund Blue Owl will not fund them is more in the face of Blue Owl than Oracle. It's definitely an issue for people that are looking at the growth, but if you thought Oracle was getting ahead of itself and then all of a sudden they're not going to get the amount of borrowing that people think they should get or want to get, yeah, it's going to be an issue. So what you're seeing here, we actually just bought this when the news hit. I'll show you exactly what I did with it so you can say it. Came down, held, retested, and then I just bought it literally in here. I think I paid $182.80 for it. And so when it traded up, I trimmed some and I just moved my stop to break even. We just did this actually. It's one of the reasons probably why I was a little late. But I think when you look at something like this, the very first thing you always do from a trading perspective is drop a VWAP on the bar. Like whenever you have a news bar, just drop a VWAP on it. It'll make your life super easy to kind of see like, oh, okay, they're still kind of fighting it. Because like if you lose the VWAP, that means the average person still wants out on the news. It is what it is. And because of my throat, you're going to have to deal with the slurping today. I can't help you. It is what it is. So, but I don't really view it as the end of the world. Okay, you're not going to fund them, so you're not going to increase their debt load so that the CDS doesn't drop in value, so therefore the stock goes up. I think it says more about Blue Owl than anything, but what do I know? There I go again thinking. It looks like at 8:15 we dropped. I don't know if that coincided with the Oracle news that the drop kicked in. Yeah, 8:15. So the Oracle drop is going to take down the whole market. Is that it? What we're doing here? Oh, hold on one second. Let me get to this. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, guys. You just got to bear with me. I'm out of it. The cold's just killing me. So, all right. So that hit the news. Let's go take a look at something real quick. I'm just out of sorts. Not fully out of it. 6:15. I never get sick down here either. It's been a long time. When I smoke cigars, I'm sure that didn't help. But I mean, these are your like kind of bigger levels, but I really think that's what you're dealing with on the side today. I really do. I think that's really what you're dealing with here. I don't know that you're dealing with more than that. That's really how I see it. Like if you're going to get through it or not, but I think you're better off focusing on the more micro stuff because I don't know that you're going to really go anywhere today until you're not going to get through 6:30. You're not going to get through any of that stuff until you hold on 1 second here. Give me a second. This is going to annoy me. For God's sake, man. Did that do it? Yeah, that'll do it. All right, cool. I had so much freaking security on this thing. It's crazy. Give me, like it's just nuts. Anyway, let me just make sure everything's still cool. All right, so we're all still cool. All right. I think you're better off looking at that instead of me going into all my levels. I really do. Like I can drop it, and I don't know that you're going to go, like you can see like the peak here, right? And instead of using this one, we'll go back to here, and you'll see where you're at, and you'll see that you're hitting that area. Like it's not rocket science that I'm showing you the same areas over and over again. I'm kind of, you guys are probably sick of it. People always say to me, it's funny, we have like professors in the room. They're like, no, you have to go over the same thing over and over again, every topic over and over again. I just feel like I'm just drilling in the same thing over and over again. Like, man, they must be sick of hearing me yammer on about it. I'll do it again here too, where we just drop it in, and then all we do is go drop it on the 5 and then look at it, see where we're at. And we see how we're holding that, that lower end, you're holding. So I don't know that there's much to do there. I think you're kind of wedged in here, and I think that's really how you should view it. I really do. I don't think you should view it as more than that. So if we go and take a look at the SPY here, very similar situation here on the SPY. And I think that these are really your levels. Once again, I don't know that you're going to really break down. I think it's super interesting that the end of yesterday, you had buyers. I don't really view this as a bubble pop, as more as they're letting air out of the tire on some of this stuff that got way ahead of itself, which is totally fine with me. Bubbles don't have this amount of dissension in them, just for whatever it's worth. So, but yeah, you've got some risk here, and I don't know who's going to want to go hog wild going into the last week. This is your last full week. Like, who's out there going, you know what I need to do? I need to take a tremendous amount of risk right now. And so we moved up. And a lot of people don't know that you've actually hit a new high up here, but start looking at that area and how that area is responding. Drop that back from a 4 to a 5, from a 4 hour to a 5 minute, and you'll say it like, all right, so there's that level I just drew, but there's your point of control from that peak, and you rejected it, and you want to watch that. So I think you're better off using that level, the more shorter term level. I don't think we have anything else coming out till what? We have CPI coming out soon. Isn't that? It's not tomorrow. It's Friday. Is it Friday? All these dates threw me off. They moved all these dates on us. Let me just see something here. So tomorrow you have CPI. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know that you're going to get a lot of people going, you know what I need? I need all my, pardon me. I need all my, all my risk going into CPI. I'm going to go ruin my year here. I just don't see it. I just think a lot of people are like, you know what? Wow, the weather's really good. Let's go skiing. Let's just lock in the year. Let's not deal with this. I really think that's what you're going to get a lot of. You're rejecting that VWAP. See it? See how you're rejecting it? Look at it. Look at it. But see how you're rejecting it? So you want to pay attention to that. But tomorrow you have CPI. And I love how they go with this data. It's like, maybe you'll get it, exhausting. What else is out there that's super important? I got a bunch of stuff to go over. I'd rather take questions because I didn't take a lot of questions yesterday. I think that would be more prudent for you guys. Get rid of this and take your questions. Well, that wasn't what I had. This was what I had. Oh, maybe you're not going to give me what I want. Why wouldn't you give me what I want? There you go. Let's just hit my Prometheus scan. Why? BMNR is buying more Ethereum. Boy, are they dumb. Something with an all stock deal. Let me just see if I can get some more color on this. C-O-U-R. .8 per share. Of course, here. All right. So 0.8. Okay, I can do math. I'm good. I'm smart. Be $7. Not a lot left on the bone there. You would go short one, long the other, right? You'd short core, you buy Udemy. What are you going to get? 20 cents? Like, what's the point? Is there anything here worth doing? You might be getting more than that, I guess. Not really. All right, it's not worth it. All right. So, all right. That's interesting, though. Good to know. Good. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't know. Yeah, it's annoying. Super annoying. What's up, Sean? Let's get the questions today. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I know it's funny you bring this up, dude. I was looking at this yesterday and going, what am I missing here? I'll tell you what I'm missing more than anything. I'm missing this. Like, and this probably goes, whenever crude oil does this, the exact opposite chart, like crude oil doing this should mean that CPI is going to come in pretty hard tomorrow. Like it really should be coming in pretty hard. You don't know what these numbers, but man, that's a number. Like when you start cracking 60, man, yeah, you have a number. And that really affects like AAL, UAL. Like it's literally the exact opposite trade. If oil collapses, man, and like these jet companies go nuts. So if you think that's going to continue like longer term, you buy the jet companies, hands down. Like it's pretty much the easiest trade out there. So Affirm, Amazon, let's see what else you got here. Lemonade, LMND. Come on, work with me. LMND, and I am going to have to jump at 9. This is the one that really got away from me. I had this all marked out in the 30s, and I thought this was really very interesting trade. This is one of those companies that really figured out how to apply AI as an application and is just killing it because of it. And you could see that like it's every earnings quarter, people are just shocked by like how well they're doing. And then it consolidates and then it's the next earnings quarter. You have to believe that they're going to be able to continue to do this. But yeah, I 100%. They've got it dialed in pretty well with that stuff. So if you believe in that, it's there. Affirm had a fireside chat yesterday, and that went very well. So people were buying it based upon what the guy was saying. These fireside chats are done with institutions. They don't invite guys like you and I to them. But there's definitely something to it. And yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. You know, I like how you acted on that news. You know, they're the things you really always want to hear when you, pardon me. They're the things you always want to hear about, like those fireside chats and how they're going. And because that's when they get through the BS, because they're talking to the institutional people. And then the institutional people will say, yeah, this is good. No, this is bad, blah, blah, blah. But you definitely want to pay attention to that. You know what I'm really surprised by? Like really surprised by? Like, why are you not on the most active list today. Like you filed. Did I screw this up again? I did. I hit the wrong button, right? Like this is 8 days to cover. And they don't seem to have a care in the freaking world. You know, like what am I missing here? The book value is negative because of everything associated with it. But you can see yesterday, once they filed, the thing was on fire. But I'm really surprised that you're just not getting more play today. Even people asking me about it, like nobody. Let's see what you're doing with that VWAP. All right, so you're starting to flip it. So that's usually when you start moving. This is usually when you start getting some positive movement on the name, or it just goes back and you get the kibosh. I like the Affirm. I think that's interesting. The Netflix is super interesting, isn't it? I was looking at that and trying to figure out what's the play. I tried to buy it the other day and I got stopped out. I think I bought it yesterday and I got stopped out. And you know, I don't know if that was the right move or not, but it was for me. You kind of start seeing this curvature that you're getting with it and this retest of this bottom, but it's really hard to try to catch a falling knife like this. Now, you do have a change in structure with WBD saying we want to go with Netflix and not P-Sky. And I understand why they're saying that. And it makes a lot of sense if you're them. If I'm Warner Brothers, I'm doing the same exact thing. And then I'll go back to P-Sky when this thing blows up 2 years later. So I do think there's some of that. And I do think that there's things there that I need to pay attention to for sure. But I really like the idea of Netflix here. I'm just trying to figure out the right way to play it. I looked at selling calls and puts or selling puts, but there's nothing to them. So I don't know that I want just outright stock risk here because I don't know it's going anywhere. Hood, I mean, this thing's so over freaking valued. I don't know what to say to you guys. Like, I mean, I get it, but all right, so that you're going to earn $2. Let's say you earn $2. Like, okay, so I'm going to be a finance company trading at what? 50 times earnings. Like, it's very clear you're hit. So I don't know. This is not one of those where I'm looking at it and going, you know, I got to get involved. It's like PLTR. Like this makes sense to me. Like this is one where I'm getting like, okay, I'm getting vibes like this is going to rip someone's face off. You know, it's very hard to bet against a company that's embedded in government funding that, you know, you're going to find yourself in a position here. I don't know what I just got rid of. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I have this somewhere. I want to see something. It's very hard to see you betting against something where, you know, this is crazy. You know, to me, it's just really hard to see how I don't go, you know, how it doesn't go higher. Like when I really think about this particular name, like I just understand how it doesn't go higher. And you know, I'm trying to wrap my noodle around that a little bit because I think it can. They can go back to highs. Like if you really think about it, what's the chances of? Oh, that's how I'm doing it. What's the chances of the government stopping to spend our money? You know, pretty much zero. I mean, so this one makes sense to me. And I'm bringing it up because like these are people were buying those two names like they were the same name. They're not the same name. That like they were just huge fan favorites of retail. They're not far from it. So I really like the PLTR. I think the hood, I think you're nuts, here. At that price point, I do. So if I look at Amazon, Amazon probably goes all the way back to its price point. You're seeing tons of action in it today. The thing for Amazon for me was you got yourself in a situation here where they're sitting there going, oh yeah, OpenAI is going to buy our chips, but we have to give them $10 billion to invest in their company. And, like people are kind of like looking at these deals as if they're just stupid at this point. Like imagine owning OpenAI stock and just watching it get diluted and diluted and diluted because they don't have the money to do anything. And, they keep diluting your shareholders because they're just buying stuff. It's weird. I don't know, man. Like if I owned OpenAI, like if I privately owned that, I'd be like running away from that thing. And I know people are like, oh no, you want to hold it. But I think that there's almost the exact opposite with him now. I almost think that there's a tarnish being associated with them versus being associated with other companies. Now, that's just how I view it. I could be wrong, but Oracle hasn't done too well with their association with OpenAI, neither has Microsoft. So at some point, these guys cut bait. And I don't know that you want to be locked into that. And that's why Amazon's doing what it's doing today. If I take a look at something like an Oracle, I bought it here. I'm not really getting the bounce that I wanted. I'm going to be completely candid. So, I might have a problem here, but I'm going to let the trade play its way out here. I think I should have bounced faster. And the fact that I'm not bouncing faster and the fact that I'm riding the lightning here, so to speak, probably means that I get stopped out of the rest of it at the low. But I'm going to let the trade play out because I don't feel like dealing with it all day. The AVGO to me is fascinating. I really like AVGO. I'm at the low end of the range. It's a tough one for me here because I don't have anything super technical that's got to get me in it yet. But the thing about like AVGO to me is like, where are you going? And so I'll explain where I'm going with this. You basically you're down 100 points since earnings. And on earnings, all the guy said was, we're not giving you more guidance. We're only giving you the guidance we already have booked. We're going to grow at 100%. And everyone got annoyed with him. And he seemed to be taking great pride in it. So I actually think he's going to come out in about a couple of weeks and do a stock buyback. But I look at this and go, it's definitely something that I want to buy. The question really becomes like, how do you get involved here? I've been shorted the past 2 days and done really well with the short, like killed it. But long term, you have to look at this and go like, what's really the plan here? And you come back to this earnings versus this earnings. And, I don't know that you want to keep having that bet. Now you have Micron tonight, and that'll be interesting. This could be the thing that's I'm really wrestling with what to do. And so when I see this, because I have negative divergences, and I don't think this is enough to undercut this, but I'm really wrestling with what I'm seeing out there. And I'm right on the 55. And you have Micron tonight. So I'm really wrestling with it. I'm really wrestling with what to do. My initial sense of it might be to go out and buy more puts and then use those puts and trade long after hours. Maybe. We'll see. I got to go look at the price point on those. What's up, Trader Benny? I think that's where we're going, bro. Especially the retail side. Like I have nothing but when I look at this, I have nothing but buyers out there for this name and this one too. Like nothing but buyers. So I'm not so sure that that's going to, come to a halting stop anytime soon. Pardon me. I just don't think it is. Good morning from Montreal. Montreal is beautiful. Good morning from Phoenix. What's up, Troy? Good to see you. What's up, Ian? Good morning from Bangkok. Good morning from Miami. Good morning from Miami. That's cool. I just was watching something like they were showing Bangkok and all these huge places that are going up, like all these really cool hotels and stuff. I don't know. IREN had a really good article written on it today, with people trying to explain like why it's the cat's pajamas. I get it. That's a really tough chart for me to get involved with, like super tough. Oh, look, everyone came to their senses. Looks like someone came to their senses. What are we doing? Give me a sec, guys. Oh, okay. So Oracle says the deal's still on schedule. We chose who's the best equity partner. So they picked who they wanted, and it wasn't Blue Owl. All right, that makes a little more sense. And Blue Owl saying we stepped away. Thanks, Journal. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's cool. This thing's got to go. I got to get rid of it. No, I'm not going to cut short. We'll just go through this. RKLB, you had major sellers there yesterday. You had a bunch of insider sellers. So I think that's one of the reasons why you've been selling off the way you have. I don't know, man. I'm really surprised this thing sold down that hard, but I think it was the insider sellers. I don't think they're in trouble. I just think that it's because this thing's going to get dragged out. It's going to be a long, dragged out kind of thing. OpenAI is just ridiculous. This whole thing's just so stupid. So, I mean, like it's just so dumb. This guy's idea of how we're going to get the stock to $82 is I'm going to go stand in front of Drake's house with a sign. Okay. Like it's so obvious he was paid like to do what he's doing. I mean, it's so freaking obvious. So, but I think you're getting there, man. I think you're getting washed out. The question is, do you really want to step in front of it with Micron tonight? Like, do you want to take the risk? Because Micron could kill the socks. It's either gonna lift it up or it's going to absolutely slaughter it. It's not going to be it's not going to be a binary event. Give me a second, please. Like it's not going to be a binary event. So it's going to be, I'm sorry, it is going to be a binary event. It's not going to be, oh, maybe it's going to go up, maybe it's going to go down. Like it's going to be wicked. So I think it's going to be wicked. And the question is, do I really want to own AVGO into that, or do I want to buy AVGO tomorrow when the thing blows up? You know, yeah, I'm not surprised by that. Are you? Like, I mean, they're always selling. Like, they're the ones that are out there like laughing, like, hey, keep buying the stock. I think Micron's your last hope. It's like, help me, Obi-Wan. Like, I really think that's where you're at. And the chart looks gross. So, like, you're popped over, you're not there. So the chart looks gross. So it's not there. You know what I mean? But this is it, man. Like, this is it. So, yeah, AVGO comes out, they crush. So I can look at DRAM prices. I have services like that, and I was looking at them. And the lower end is down. The higher end is hanging in there, but the lower end's down. So it's definitely one of those things that you want to, you want to watch, you want to pay attention to. I don't know, man. I'm watching a lot of people coming out and talking positively about it. And I guess I'm like, I think people are mostly gun shy after AVGO, because most people between Oracle and AVGO I got killed on on the spec stuff that I do, because I compartmentalize like all my trades. But on the spec stuff I do with like AVGO out of the monies, or like Oracle, like you almost had to laugh. It was so bad last week. And like AVGO, I was a genius until he started speaking. I'm like, oh God, please stop talking. Your earnings were great. Just shut up. Would you just shut up? And he didn't. And he just kept talking, and that's what we got. So it is what it is. You gotta love the game. I don't know what you guys are doing. What are you doing? You're buying this little thing? All right. Okay. We'll see what happens. All right, I gotta jump, guys. Trade to win. Have a good day. Make good choices.